Live on YouTube, live on Facebook. Looking good. All right. Coffee in hand, ready to roll. Kind of a lighter topic today. Got a little heavy yesterday, or not yesterday. I think I missed yesterday, the day before yesterday. So a little bit lighter topic this morning. Title of today's stream, by the way, welcome to another edition of TG's Morning Stream. We're a little bit behind this morning, a little bit late, but better late than never, right? At least that's what they tell me. So, title of today's message is, what happened to car guys? You know, I've been a car guy since, ever since I can remember, as long as I can remember. Car was everything. When I was in high school, I couldn't wait to get my first car. First car was a 1970 Chevelle Malibu, 307 engine in it. Ended up pulling that engine and rebuilding it, worn it out 30 over, new pistons, 10-to-1 compression ratio, upgraded the cam, turbo 400 transmission, Quicksilver shift kit. Nice car. Giddy up and go. After that, had a 71 convertible Chevelle, all stock, left it all stock. And, another nice car. But, car guys, what happened to car guys? Car guys are, kids today, they're not into cars. Cars don't really matter like they did when I was coming up. Car guys were, that was everything. Your car was your identity. Your car was your freedom, your mobility. Everything was wrapped up in your car. And you had the classic GM Ford battles going on. To this charity that does these dream giveaway auctions, and I bought a bunch of tickets for the Corvette giveaway. The giveaway, I think it's a 65 Vet and a brand new Vet combined, so you get both of them. And then they give you a bunch of money to pay the taxes on them too. But interesting stuff, and I'm currently looking for. I got a Blazer. I got an antique Blazer, 1980, a little newer than I would have liked, but it was so clean, couldn't pass it up. And put that thing on Craigslist a few months ago. Going to try to unload it, asking $20,000 for it. If anybody wants a sweet Blazer, K5 Blazer, beautiful truck. But I'm looking to get I want to get a GTO. I want to get an old GTO, 68 to 73 roughly. I like the curved body style. Wouldn't shy away from an older one, 65, 66, 67. But I like those. I like the rounded body style a little bit better. So nobody's got one. Nobody wants to trade. Nice Blazer for a GTO. Would love that. Or a 442, Olds 442. Love those vehicles. Love those cars. Classic stuff. Good stuff there. So, like I said, just to kind of a little bit of a lighthearted discussion this morning on cars and car guys. I said when I had my first car, I was doing plumbing work. I was actually over at Johnson Willis Hospital, building Johnson Willis Hospital, and I ended up I cut my hand on a skill saw. And when I was doing some plumbing work over there, and ended up having to get a bunch of surgeries and stuff. Everything's fine. Got all my fingers, and so no big issues there. But it was in bandages for about 14 weeks. And long story short, I ended up going right back to work literally and standing around for 14 weeks because the job foreman. Boss at the on-site thought that would alleviate him from any workman's compensation claim, but not so much. My dad got involved and got me many thousands of dollars, and I put that all into my car. And so I rebuilt that Chevelle with that money. And I tell you, that was a blast, man. It was just it was a great time having the guys all come over to the house, and we didn't know what we were doing. We built that thing, we built that engine, put it together, and we had such a big cam in it wouldn't even run when we first started. It was just blah blah blah. Wouldn't even idle, so we had to look that up on how to fix that and put a little bit smaller cam in there, and originally bought 12-to-1 pistons, and the guys at the shop, the machine shop, we had do the core work on the inside there, the block work on the boring it out and putting the new pistons in and the new rings and bearings and all. They were like, "Are you running this thing on the street?" They were like, "You're not gonna be able to find fuel to run this thing because you can't run. I mean, 12-to-1 ratio compression ratio in the pistons. You can't run street fuel on that. You gotta mix your own fuel for that. So that's when we had the pistons shaved down to 10-to-1 because you could actually run that with a little bit of additive. You could run that on the street, and so it was just a really fun time. We had a good time. That Paul Johnson was involved in that. Stan, my buddy Stan, was involved in that build, and we just had a great time. Just great memories. And we would load that Chevelle up and cruise. Remember going to the beach on beach week, and just cruising up and down the strip on the beach. And it was funny because it still had the little 307 emblem on the front corner. It had a little 307 on there. So these guys would pull up to me in their big blocks that they didn't have as much work done as I did, and thought they were gonna take me, and it was a real sleeper. It was really cool because it was just a Malibu, Chevelle Malibu, and it didn't look like anything spectacular. Nice paint job on it, vinyl roof, but man, would you get up and go. Nice car. So anyway, hit me up in the comments and give me the likes and the hearts and the subscribe on the YouTube, and hit the notification bell, and let me know what your favorite muscle car is. If you're a car guy or a car gal, if you grew up in that era. Or if not, maybe not. Maybe it's it's just not a big deal anymore. It's like I'm just going to get an Uber. I don't want the responsibility or the cost of a car. I'll just if I need to go somewhere, I'll just order up an Uber. So, didn't have Uber when I was coming up. So if you wanted to go somewhere, you had to get a ride or you had to have a car. So that was it. So anyway, like I said, just a little bit lighthearted conversation on what the heck happened to those car guys. Or perhaps a little more money. A little nicer old classic cars, but nonetheless, we're still here. So you guys have a great day. We will talk to you soon. And remember, doesn't matter whether you think you can or you think you can't. You are right. All right, guys, have a great Wednesday. We'll talk to you soon.